What's going on, guys? I'm Lakota from MYR Mediums, and this is the first vlog of 2021. I hope you guys are well. It's been a while since you've seen my face, which is shaven now. Last time I was on camera, I was looking a bit like Grizzly Adams, but it's coming back. So, clearly some time has passed since we last spoke, so I figured today we would play a little bit of catch-up. I was gonna roll some artwork in the background, some time-lapse stuff like the olden days before I disappeared, and tell you what's been going on in my life for the past few months. Let's get into it. First of all, I want to apologize because multiple times in this last season, we'll call it, of the MYR Medium show, I promised that there was going to be content every single Monday without fail. Clearly that was a lie because I did not deliver. As a matter of fact, in my last video, I was supposed to, at the end, tell everybody that I was going to be taking like 2 weeks off to just recharge and get some personal matters figured out in my life, and I just kind of unceremoniously didn't do that. I didn't say anything. I just left you hanging, and I'm sorry about that. It would have been a lie anyway because I didn't just take 2 weeks off. I took like a couple months. Now I don't want to get too deep into like the nitty-gritty of why I just disappeared for a minute because A, nobody cares, and B, no one wants to listen to a white guy complain on the internet. But I have to talk about something. So back in like December, my work transferred me to work out of town. No big deal. I was happy to do it. But it's like an hour drive, and it started weighing on me. It was taken away from family time. It was taken away from time. Could have been doing art, could have been doing filming. It was just taking up time, and time is precious. And one of the most important things that I've heard recently from my pastor, actually, who I'm sure got it from somewhere else, but he said there is no such thing as quality time. There is only quantity time whenever it comes to your family or what you want to devote your time to. There's only quantity time. You get those beautiful golden nuggets of quality time by spending quantity time with people, and I took that to heart. That was a random side note. Moving on. Oh, I got transferred, and I've been working at this store for a while, and it started, weighing on me. And then here in this video, I was actually ill. Me and my brother were both ill with two separate illnesses. He had some sort of like cold, and I was cultivating some sort of gnarly bacteria up in my sinuses. It got out of hand, and it started messing with a facial nerve on the left side of my face. And it would make my face feel like it was rapidly growing sideways, which if you've never experienced is a fairly alarming sensation. So I was sick, work was getting ridiculous, and then I had some very rare but extreme personal drama that cropped up. And those three things it kind of spiraled me into a cycle of anxiety and depression that made me just not want to do anything. I didn't want to go to work. I didn't want to wake up. I didn't want to film for sure. And nobody wanted to see that. Nobody wanted to see me back in like February. That would not have been entertaining. That would have been very sad. Anyway, things are better now though. They really are. I can't complain. Work, actually, man, so I'm not gonna lie, I did a lot of praying because I was low, and I didn't see a way out. Work wasn't getting any better. And then so I was just praying like every day. I'm like, God, please just let something happen to ease the stress, and it did. Work reached out and was like, hey, we know that you've been here for a long time, much longer than we told you that you were going to be here, and this is taking away from family time. So we're going to work with you on your schedule and how many hours you're going to work and stuff like that. So that, hey, that was awesome because I didn't lose any pay, but I'm working slightly less hours. And yeah, that was a prayer answered for sure. And then the facial nerve thing kind of got better. The anxiety, my anxiety has been a little, I don't know, it's been, my anxiety is weird. I will go 2 to 3 years, and I won't have like any real anxiety issues. And then all of a sudden, bam, a bunch of stress will pile up, and all of a sudden I'm like, can't hardly function. My blood pressure gets all crazy, and I'm just, I'm a mess. But that's gotten better too. And then a lot of like really cool blessings have come along. I've been getting a lot of work in the art department. I've had a lot of commissions come through. We have been looking for a house, and we ended up finding a house, but again, we're in a weird situation. I'm going to get to that in a minute, but we found a house. We're just not living there yet. On top of that, a big thing that has happened is I quit tobacco. I am, as of right now, exactly like almost to the hour, 2 weeks free of nicotine and tobacco. Yeah! I'm excited about that because pretty much from the age of 15 on, I have been using some form of tobacco. Cigarettes, chewing tobacco. Most recently, I was using the Camel snooze pouches, which, if you don't know what they are, they're like little pouches of smokeless tobacco you put in. You don't have to spit it though, but and it's got a lot less nicotine in it than like an actual, dip. And actually even cigarettes, but you absorb it for a long time because they're really nice. You don't got to spit, so you just leave them in your mouth forever and, eventually die. So I quit. Thank God I quit. And how did I quit, you ask? Kicking and screaming. Not really. It wasn't too bad. I've been chewing on toothpicks to keep me straight. Really, after the first 3 days, it wasn't too bad. Day number 2 was the hardest. I almost slipped up on day number 2. Thankfully, my family got me into a rousing game of Mario Party, and I forgot all about it and then went to bed. So, hey, nice. I'm like straight edge now, man. Like, without meaning to. No nicotine, no caffeine, no alcohol, no drugs, no nothing, just me and my toothpicks and Jesus. So on top of all of that, I've also, Jess and I did the Daniel fast again, which is a very strict vegan diet for 21 days. I didn't make it 21 days. I made it like 17 days before I cracked and I started eating meat again. But that being said, I've actually dropped down to like a mostly plant-based diet. I still eat meat like every once in a while, like maybe not even one meal a day. I think maybe one meal every other day. But that's been good. I've lost like 25 pounds. So that's cool. I've been working out too. And it's much easier to work out now that I'm not soaking in a bunch of nicotine all day. All right, so the house situation. This is very interesting because we have found a house. And it's a really cool house because it used to be a daycare. And the people that live in the house, they are leaving a bunch of the daycare stuff behind. So our kids just get like 2 free playgrounds. It's a really nice house. I'm excited about it. It's got a really cool studio room that I'm excited to get into. It's like I'll be able to soundproof it. This is a big open room that echoes a lot. So even with this lapel mic, it still echoes because this room is so big and open, and yeah, I can't really do a whole lot about that. This house is very old, and we needed an updated house, so we're moving sometime in the near future. Problem is that because it was a daycare, it was zoned for commercial. We can't get a commercial loan. We can get a residential loan. So we brought it up to the city. The city was like, it'll be no problem. We'll just have the zoning committee take care of that. And then the zoning committee got back and said, the mayor has to sign off on it, but he can't do that until we have our town meeting. So it's like, okay. The time comes for the town hall meeting. Apparently not enough people showed up, so they just didn't have the meeting. Thus, the mayor didn't sign off on anything. And now we're stuck in limbo, waiting to figure out if we're gonna get this house or not. So I wanted to come back and make a video to let everybody know what's going on and what we're looking at, and that I haven't just disappeared. I want to be making videos, and I plan on making videos. I'll probably make a couple more videos before we get into the house, but I can't promise that because I don't know when they're gonna call and say, hey, the house is yours, or hey, sorry, we're not gonna zone it for residential, which means it will be staying here. All that being said, it feels really good to be filming a video. I was nervous, like I got stage fright before I came and did this video, which is really weird because I don't even get stage fright on stage. I am excited for this year of videos because I've got some really fun stuff picked out to do. I want to do blindfolded painting challenges. I want to do collaborations with other digital artists. I want to do collaborations with traditional artists, and I want to release my book. There's a lot of good stuff happening. God has been good to me and my family, even through the hard times, and this winter was hard. It was hard, but I'm not going to complain about that anymore because it's in the past. We're moving forward with happiness and sunshine shooting out of our butts. I don't know that I have anything else to talk about. Wait, yes I do. There's other channels that you should be watching, folks, while you're waiting on me to get my together. My good friend Nicholas Caesar has started a YouTube channel. He does a lot of live streams, and he just had a weird situation. He got his whole channel taken down by YouTube, and they were like, yo, you were doing some spammy stuff. Everyone, like, he posted that, and we like looked at him and we're like, what? I don't understand what they're talking about. Like, all you've done is paint and done like Mad Libs and stuff with people and live stream. But he appealed it, and they came back and were like, hey, we don't know what we were talking about. Your YouTube channel's fine. So anyway, go show him some support. Nicholas Caesar. I'll put a link down in my YouTube video jargon at the bottom of this. And on top of that, I discovered a really fun podcast, and I'm going to start making merch for them. They don't know that yet, but I'm going to kind of force it on them because they're young and coming up, and I'm going to jump in on that while I can because I am not ashamed to ride people's coattails. They are the Clutching Up Podcast. Now, normally, whenever I listen to podcasts, by a group of college kids just talking about stuff, I'm bored. I don't like it. I think it's crap. Generally, it's not entertaining or informative. It just sucks. These guys are different. I actually met one of them on Omegle. He told me about the podcast, and I started listening to it because I was like, yeah, why not? I'll just see. You never know. Diamond in the rough. Could have been. And it was. They're hilarious. They talk about things that I'm not even interested in until they start talking about it. They've got that effect. The Clutching Up Podcast. I'll try to leave a link for that too. I don't know if I will, though. I might, and I might not. Who knows? I'm sorry, I said I wouldn't do that on camera. All right, guys, well, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video, which I hope is very soon. I'm hoping to be back to making weekly content just as soon as possible. We just got to wait and see what the house situation's like. So keep me and my family in your prayers, and I'll keep you in mine. Well, yeah, why not? Leave prayer requests in the comments section. I'll pray for you. I'm not ashamed. Like, I don't know. Apparently, I still can't do a solid outro without being weird. Everybody have a great week. See ya. I got to, I want to...